What's going on, guys? Hope you all are having a great day out there today. So I went down to the local hobby shop today to pick up some parts and talk with a guy down there about a few things. And like a lot of stops down at the local hobby shop turn into, I ended up buying another car. I've been looking around at a couple of these. I'm checking them out. They look like some really nice trucks. I had a lot of fun with the Granite and the Typhon and the Seton. The Seton has seen its days. I have beat that thing into the ground. It's still running, but was wanting to get another 3S car. And the Granite is one tough little truck. Have a lot of fun with that thing all the time. So I decided to make a purchase on one of these. Look like a great addition, so I'll show you what I got, guys. Well, as many of you probably know already by the thumbnail, yes, I bought one of the new Arrma Big Granite 3S's. It's got the new Arrma system in it. Looked like a great car. I just love the body on these things. It's just an awesome looking truck. But we're going to go over a few of the little things about it and stuff that they changed. So stay tuned. All right, well, we're going to pull this thing out of the box here in a second, but I just figured I'd show you the side and some of the things that they did on it. Probably seen some of the videos on this thing already, but looks like it's got a pretty nice wheelie bar on it. The front bumper looks pretty sturdy on this thing. They now have this thing as 14 inches wide. This is the V3. And what's really nice is they actually did this finally. On the V2s, on the Setons, and all of those, the motor mount plate was non-adjustable. They had set holes, and that was it. So they actually made this one where you can adjust and put any size pinion in there you like, which was a great add-on to this. So let's get this thing out of the box, and we'll go over it. Guys, well, we got her out of the box here, and just check out that body, man. That thing, it's got one sharp-looking body, man. I really love the bodies that Arrma's putting together on their trucks. I mean, they are just awesome-looking. And these tires, man, they got a really nice feel to them. They feel pretty... I feel like they should get a decent amount of grip, and the foam in these actually feel really nice. They don't have that real soft, squishy stuff. On some of the other ones that they always seem to, the padding got smashed on. So hopefully these ones hold up pretty good. They feel really nice. But so besides the truck, you get the new SLT3 transmitter with these things. I think you all know how I felt about the STX2 transmitter, so I'm really curious to see what this one is like now that they're throwing in the RTR cars. It's got a nice feel to it. Everything feels pretty decent. Has all your normal controls for your steering rate and your throttle and steering endpoints, and also with your steering and throttle reverse switches, and also your limiting switch for anybody that's just beginning out on them. But the transmitter's got a nice feel to it, so we're going to take the cover off this thing and have a look inside now. All right, guys, well, let's take a look under the hood here. So, really, when you first look underneath the cover of this thing, it looks a lot like a Seton. It is a lot. It looks like a crossbreed between the Seton and the Granite, pretty much. Looks pretty nicely made. This has got the BLX 100, the Arrma system in here now. Everything's nicely put together. Really have no complaints about the way this is built. One thing I'm curious, and I don't know yet, I haven't checked the restarts honestly, about the shocks on the 3S cars, if they have changed anything on these to find out if they're going to leak like the other 3S line. I'm kind of curious to find out about that, because that was one thing that drove me crazy about some of the 3S cars, was the shocks leaking constantly. But hey, if I got to change them out, then so be it. So they got the nice cooling fan and heat sink on the motor. And one of the other things I noticed they just changed on this thing was the release for your whole motor and slipper clutch assembly. Rather than having just one big tab, they have two tabs on the side, which you can actually grab a hold of that thing with your fingers and release it, which is nice, because I always used to have to stick a screwdriver under there and kind of pry up on it and pop it loose. So that was definitely nice that they added those extra little tabs on there. And looking this thing over, one of the other things that they have now changed out on the 3S line is their servo. This is now the Spectrum S651 servo. It says it has 15% more torque. It's all metal gears, waterproof, so I'm definitely curious to see what the servo is like on this thing, because I know that was always a weak spot on most of the servos, was with the 3S line especially. The servos were pretty weak and they did not hold up very long, so I'm definitely curious to see how this one holds up. They have definitely added on a nice heavy-duty bumper onto the back of this thing, including the wheelie bar. Definitely can't wait to take this thing out and give it a rip. I don't know if I'm going to head down to the skate park, maybe something like that here with this thing. Definitely want to give this thing a good test out. I am going to be going away for a couple days. I'm going on vacation down to the beach to just kind of get away and have a little fun for a few days. But when I get back, we're going to take this thing out for a rip. Definitely somewhere. Can't wait to give this thing a good test out. But we are going to throw battery in this thing in here now. Enough talking about this thing. Let's chuck a battery in this thing and rip it around the parking lot a minute. All right, guys, well, we got the Ovonic 3S battery in this thing. We're going to go ahead and plug this thing in and get her fired up for the first time. And yes, my hand is slowly healing from the lipo burns the other day. Boy, those things are not fun. Not only does it burn, but it seems to cause skin to die around it later on. So definitely don't want to burn yourself with those things, guys. So just so you guys know, the power switch to turn the transmitter on, there is not an actual switch. It's a button now. So you press that in and got your status light on. So now we got the transmitter on. Go ahead and turn the ESC on. Both fans are running, so let's throw the top on this thing and take it for a rip, see what this thing's like. I real quickly just wanted to show you guys a size comparison to a Creighton 6S. The Big Rock actually got a decent size to it. It's definitely bigger than the Senton and definitely a lot bigger than the Granite. It's longer, it's got a longer wheelbase. It's basically a Granite stretched out with a Senton chassis, but with bigger tires and nice beefy wide stance. So this thing should stay pretty well planted, I think, in dirt. So should have a good time with it down on the tracks. All right, guys. Well, we got a battery and we got her outside here, so let's take her for a first rip. Definitely got some nice pep to it. Yeah. Jeez. She'll come up on that wheelie bar, no problem. That's for sure. Handle's really nice too. Like it doesn't feel top heavy, like it wants to roll over easily. It'll kind of kick out and slide if you want it to. I think this is going to be a lot of fun down at the tracks. I think I'll have a really good time with it down at the BMX park. Definitely have to take this thing down or take it for a good rip because it feels like this thing handles on a dime. It handles really nicely. I'm really surprised. Definitely handles better than the Granite. The Granite's a little more top heavy, it feels like, and it's a short wheelbase, so that's kind of natural, but she handles nice. Got plenty of pep in it. So far, really impressed with this thing. Runs nice. Obviously, haven't got to go out and give it a proper beating yet in the proper way, you know, down at the track and giving her a good send, but happy with the performance of it. Woo. Yeah, she'll come off. If it didn't have a wheelie bar on there, you'd have no problem rolling that thing over. Well, guys, all in all, really impressed with the car so far. Handles really nice. Definitely got plenty of pep in it, so should be definitely a good time down at the track, I think. So far, I'm feeling pretty happy with the purchase. Definitely enjoying the car, having a lot of fun with it out here, just messing around in the parking lot. Definitely big, really fun once I get to air this thing out properly and see how she takes some bigger jumps and see how she holds up. I'm going to leave it totally stock for now. Not going to change out the A-arms or anything. I might change out the shock oil just to make it a little bit more plush and absorbing some of those larger jumps. But besides that, I'm not going to change anything else out on it. I'm going to leave her stock for the time being. And whoa, well, first roll. And anyway, test and see how she handles in complete stock form. See how it, well, I can't even roll it over with my foot now. But anyway, yeah, we'll take it out and test and see how she handles the big jumps and how that suspension works out. I might even just leave it stock for the first run and see how it performs that way. Not even doing with the shocks. I know I usually change out, you know, the A-arms automatically and go with the RPM. I'm going to test out and see how well these ones hold up and how long they hold up, so see what they do. Well, we got our first crashes in it already. Brand new truck. On another note, guys, with the transmitter, definitely a far better controller than the STX2 was. Honestly, pretty happy with the response on it for an RTR transmitter. Definitely a lot better than the STX2. Feels pretty good. Feels good in the hand. Seems to have pretty decent response to it. So far, pretty happy with it. I know that from what I've been told and found out was the STX2 transmitters will pair with the new receivers in the version 3 cars. One thing, and I don't know if anybody has this answer, you know, that can chime in here and let me know, is if the new SLT3 transmitter will pair to the old STX2 receivers. Because if you could do that, that would be awesome to be able to just get these cheap transmitters and pair them to your old receivers. At least be an upgrade, a little better than the STX2. So just, if anybody knows that answer, please chime in and throw a comment down below and let me know. All right, guys, well, before I kill it in my parking lot, I think we're going to call that a day. I just want to give it a quick run out here. I got to go finish getting packed up and get ready to head down to Clearwater for the weekend. So until next time, y'all, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely be some great videos coming with this thing soon, so please like and subscribe. Till next time, y'all, be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.